Alrighty guys, so in today's video we are going installing this universal turn signal kit by Super ATV. I will also be showing you how to make this so the dash indicators will turn on as well with this cheaper kit. I ordered a Kamimoto Brow. They have the turn signal indicators as well. I'm sorry guys, I did not go with them just because they don't have the turn signal indicator just yet. I don't know if they'll be getting it. And the other thing that kind of sold me on them was they have the individual pixeling that does all the cool chases like the whip lights do, that Infinite Off-Road does. I saved you, don't matter, don't worry. As I've been thinking how I want to do this portion, or this, I don't know, I really don't want to call it a build, but this modification, as you may call it, been thinking about the best way to do it so my machine looks as stock as possible. When this machine is with the key on in accessory mode, these little things, little indicator lights, turn on. I don't like that, so I unplugged them. I got to thinking, you know, I don't have to buy the expensive kit to make these flash or splice all the wiring in here to make these flash. I'll use these as my turn signal indicator for the rear. So those little lights will be my rear turn signal indicators. We'll see if it passes or not. And then under the hood, once we get there, we will take our relay, tie all that together, move turn signal button over, hook all the wiring together, and then I'll show you how to go under here and hook that in so your lights will turn on and off, or I should say your indicators will turn on and off. So step one, I do kind of recommend you just kind of taking your time, putting this on here, seeing where it works for you. I have this on for about a month now, kind of like getting in and out because I drive it around the house a lot. Getting in and out and making sure my knee wouldn't hit it. Excuse me. So like I said, it clears the cluster. I can telescope the steering wheel in and out, tilt it, no problem. So your typical turn signal, up will turn it right, down will go left, and then you pull this out, and that is your four ways. And then to get your four ways off, you just barely kind of pop it up or down, either way. So we got that in. The next step is revisiting this. I've kind of played around with my mirrors already because my mirrors are also turn signal indicators, because my new brow light is an indicator as well. Don't know how strictly the DMV is going to be about getting this brow light as an indicator, as kind of hidden by the bumper. So that's why I'm also getting mirrors with indicators. So it'll be kind of redundancy, and plus I need side mirrors on this thing. That rear view is pretty much pointless as I can't see crap out of it. I do use mirrors in conjunction with my backup camera on the trails. Kind of can't turn your backup camera going, 15 mile an hour or over to see people behind you. Plus it gives me people to stare at in my dust. So like I said, kind of got these mirrors rated. You can either put them like this or like this. You can kind of play with them, figure out what you like best. But I'm going to run them like that. So they kind of go downwards, if you can see, versus like that. At first I was going to just buy the Can-Am ones that they have and just run some bolts through here, a metal plate on the backside, and bolt it there, call it a day. But I don't know, I got to thinking this is a little bit flimsy. It may rip off pretty easy. Plus that clamp shouldn't be too hard to cut this out and clamp it on there. Okay, speaking of clamping, what you want to do when you're doing this, think ahead all the time. Make sure your little tightening screw is up, because trying to access it from the bottom is going to be real painful, and that will be pretty easy to adjust. So yeah, let's get started. Went ahead and downloaded the app for it. It's on the back of here. Scan the QR code. And yeah, I'm actually impressed for a company like Kimimoto. Actually has their own official app. It's not some third-party app like Infinite uses. Same with XK. They also have their own app. But XK's customer care and customer service really sucks. Pausing before I put this in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lengthen these two wires. These are our turn signal indicators. I'm having a brain fart which color's which right now, but one's for left, one's for right. That's all I know. So we're going to run them up through here somehow, and I'm just going to drop them off up there for now, just so I can access them easier when I get there. So yeah, this will be the last video in this shop, as we are moving. And alrighty, well, got both sides installed, got my wire in, and that's going to be a stop for today. Got these ready to rock. Gonna go ride this weekend, so I'm not getting into tearing this all down and then scramble last minute to get it back together. I had to notch these out on that side. If you recall, my full enclosure, I messed up this side. So this side was completely different than that side. And now I got this damn thing poking out again on me. Oh well. F it. I guess it could be worse. Well, I guess a little ventilation. I got that wire tucked as well. Had to notch that side as well. This one wasn't as pretty as the other side. Oh well. It'll do. We still have to tie into the indicators into the dash, both left and right. And I think there's a hazard one on here. There may or may not be, I don't know. But the hazards will actually just do both of the turn signal indicators instead of the little arrow. We're also going to finish up the rear. This will be coming off because in my previous video I put the light bar upside down, so I don't really work clearance in the bed that well. Go watch that video, you'll see why. I may put like a turn signal indicator up here or two of them up here. I don't know. I don't want to, because I want this kind of look as stock-ish as possible. So like I said, I've got these unplugged. We'll tie into there with our power and the light for the indicator. I'm also going to run, so the green and the yellow wires will come back for each side, and then our ground. Then I'm also going to bring the lead back as well, and I'm just going to wrap them up, put them up in here somewhere, so when I get my license plate lights, they can be on as well. But in order to run all that stuff, we got to tear this back apart. And we got to take this rocker and tree kicker off, because we're going to run everything nice and neat through the rocker up through there. Alright, so now we got our wiring harness ran to the back. Then now we're going to fish that through the back firewall. And then from there I'll have my left and right turn signals. And then I've also got my license plate. Alright, it's a little warm here. It's either that or these, I don't know. But we've got everything hooked up pretty much for the turn signals, sorry. Also, while we're doing the more or less safety portion, I went ahead and hooked up the whips to the brake light. By the way, for future self, if I recall, it is the orange wire. There's a brown, an orange, and an orange stripe. It is the orange wire that you will cut and splice to tie in for your brake signal trigger. So next part is very crucial. Per instructions, you have to remove the fuse for the instrument cluster. Once that is done, you will pull out the back plug. The green wire will go into slot number 6, and the yellow wire will go into slot number 7. And I'll show you in just a moment what that'll look like. Alrighty folks, I'm finally getting around to filming the last portion of this video. So let's see what this kit looks like. Keys up at the house. The machine has to be on and keyed on for the brow light to work, but you can see what the rest of it looks like. Here are our indicators on our mirror. Here are our rear indicators. Then that's what the dash will look like. And we'll give you a little sneak peek of our next video. That's what's coming up next. Well everyone, hope you enjoyed that video. I know it was a very long timeline for me to get it all filmed and put together, but like, subscribe, it'll help me out, and stay trashy and feral. Till next time.